Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Raven Rolls. Uh, I will be the narrator tonight, Paul. Uh, we will be playing Emberwind, The Skies of Axia. We are playing a little different than most other role playing games. The narrator will be that I'll be playing reads out what's going on, but we will be playing without an actual dungeon master or storyteller, as it's called in Emberwind. So there won't be a lot of role playing aspects, but we get to all experience the adventure, and it plays a lot like a choose your own adventure. And just one moment. And with me, let everyone introduce themselves. Caleb, you're up.
Hi, my name is Caleb. I will be joining you tonight as Reese, the rogue slash shipwright, and I am also one of the core members of the Unnamed Production Company on Facebook and YouTube.
Thank you, Caleb. Stephen, you're up.
My name is Steven. I'll be playing Corellius Annie, who is a spear and shield warrior. I am part of the staff of the Aethicon Online RPG.
Thank you. And Nathan, you're up.
What's going on, everyone? I'm Nathan. Working on a channel right now. It's going to be titled Quad D20. It's up and running. Got some old videos. Not really anything RPG related yet. Basically, working on getting some art and some intro music before I get started making regular videos. I will be playing River, the Druid Highwayman tonight.
Thank you. And I'm Paul. My channel is The Raven Rolls. That's where you're watching this now. And I'll be playing Savern Poe, and he is Guildmaster. One second, too many characters. He is a Guildmaster Atlanta, and Atlanta plays a little like the Paladin from D&D. But each class is also very customizable. Uh, you can take a spellcaster and make them a frontline tank if you wanted to. And
Got it.
all right. So, quick thing about the world. uh, the world is Axia is a fragmented world that consists of several floating continents. Oh, here. Axia is a vast, immersive world full of competing factions, political intrigue, and unresolved mysteries. It's a fragmented world, as I said. There is miasma as a toxic gas polluting Axia that alters living creatures in various ways. Hearth crystals provide protection against the miasma. The Hearth crystals keep continents, airships, and cities afloat. Each crystal is composed of hundreds of individual Hearth shards. So the crystal is not one solid item; it's a bunch of little crystals. Um, Adriel, where we're situated out of right now, like where we'll be starting, is a thriving port city made of congregated airships. Most other places are floating continents, where port city is made up of a bunch of airships. Um, Adriel is divided into distinct social classes and districts. The Council of Nobles governs the city and controls the sale of hearth crystals. The merchant clans hold most of the city's wealth and maintain its daily operations. The Chasers Guild is a violent but efficient criminal organization. Gelspar is a decrepit slum, literally hanging beneath the rest of the city. And Gelspar's hearth crystal is failing, and the district will soon collapse and just fall. Kendrick Maddox is a wealthy merchant baron who has promised to replace the Gelspar crystal. There are growing tensions between the merchants and the nobility, and most believe Kendrick is campaigning for a seat on the Council of Nobles. The acquisition and sale of hearth crystals is highly restricted and shrouded in secrecy. Usually it's controlled by the Council of Nobles. Basically, we are playing as a group that Kendrick has hired to secure the new Gelspar crystal. I'm not going to read a lot of I'll just summarize a lot of the rest. The city of Adriel is a thriving port city. It's a floating metropolis, was built in stages. The first collection of airships is called the Celestial Plateau. The Council of Nobles meets there in the Sun Chamber at the heart of the district. The noble families live in gilded mansions along in that area. The Wingspan, or the Span, is a western trading hub and the wealthiest district. Obviously, the merchants control that area. Windfall Harbor is a collection of small ports and fishing docks on the eastern edge of Adriel, and it also houses the Red Market, which is a bazaar that's always busy and full of people. And it's also popular with the gangs and smugglers. Silver Glades is an odd piece of terrain to the north of the city. It is covered with dense mist and evergreen forest, along with thousands of small crystal shards that give the Silver Glades a distinct shimmer. They tried to turn it into an agricultural area, but it hasn't worked. And Gelspar is a decrepit slum that hangs beneath the Celestial Plateau. It was intended to house Adriel's booming immigrant population, but it fell into disrepair. It's basically uneven array of scaffolding and sheet metal dangling haphazardly from tethers tied to the airships above. And many of the city's most powerful gangs are based out of there, and they're always recruiting new members and stuff. And as I said, their hearth crystal's failing, and it probably won't survive much longer. Factions: Council of Nobles, Military Order of Adriel, and they answer to the nobles, of course. Merchant clans, the Chasers Guild, and stuff. And now, normally you have a rotating narrator, and you could pass along the adventure to the next person to read, but to make it easier, I'll be reading everything. There'll be two types of encounters in Emberwind. Crossroad encounters offer your branching choices. There'll be different ways where we basically vote. And there are some situations where it's going to be a secret vote, so everyone will type in their answer. And when I say, is everyone ready? And if everyone is, then I'll say, okay, press enter. And we all press enter at the same time, and so it's a secret vote. But usually, we'll just say what we want to, or you could type it in, and we vote that way. Okay, so now that's a brief intro on how this is going to work for anyone watching, and also to let the players know. And any questions before we start?
I need to leave for 2 minutes, but I will return.
Okay. Actually, we'll give him because I'm about to read the. Let's see. Actually, it's I can skip that for now. Another feature will be what is called the campaign clock. As we do certain choices, the campaign clock will increase. Uh, Basically, it's a time limit. What we have, I don't know what the maximum is, but if we'll find out that if we don't, this is over the whole course of the adventure, and once we'll keep track of it, and then I'll create a little icon or something with the amount on it. Yeah, once it reaches the maximum, yeah, we lose, I guess. So different things might take longer, but they might be more valuable. Okay, I'll read this part that's not as important until Stephen comes back. It's called the epigraph. Axia is racked by a sickness. Something is eating away at our world, and has been since the beginning. It did not stop when the seas boiled and turned to toxic steam. It continued when the mountains fell. We heard the wails of distress when the very land was ripped asunder, and our world was scattered impossibly across the skies. At first we were transfixed, overwhelmed by the sheer magnitude of the calamity. We mourned those that were lost to us, and silently prepared to join them in the beyond. Then, miraculously, we were spared. The world stopped shaking. We discovered the hearth crystals and learned to survive. We adapted. Some of us even thrived. We rebuilt and made a decent life out of what remained. We created Adriel, the tiny harbor that grew into a vast metropolis, a kingdom unto the heavens, a port for those seeking shelter from the skies. But we have become complacent. The calamity was not the work of an instant. Axia broke apart over the span of decades, maybe even centuries, and we were foolish to think that that would be the end, as if there was no cause for concern, while the continents still dangle in the clouds.
Back.
The sickness has not been cured. The corruption of the world continues. Even now, I can feel our final reserves of vitality slowly ebbing away. I have tried to warn them, but people will not see what they do not wish to hear. I am no such coward. I will not stand by and lose what we have built. I only hope that I can prepare the world in time. Adriel is my home, and I will not see it fall. These are from the private records of Kendrick Maddox. Okay. Any
I'm
questions?
officially a fan of Kendrick Maddox now.
Oh, he's also the guy paying us.
That's another reason to be a
Even
fan.
better.
Okay, so prologue. Last one out gets the lights. Darkness falls over the streets of Gelspar like a cloak. Unlike the rest of Adriel, the slums are not offered the luxury of light. Crowds of the hungry and decrepit flock to the underbellies of the great ships, where the rich toss their wastes overboard, scraps, coin, and whatever other junk or charity they deem ample for the poor's survival. The locals know that alertness tempered by silence is necessary for that survival. Loose lips or the jingle of coppers could earn one a shiv in the back. It's common for people, even entire families, to disappear completely. The lucky ones reappear again as corpses underfoot. Rustling scabbards, the echo of boots on stone, and the practice moans of pleasure workers are the only sounds once night falls. That and the ever-present humming of Gelspar's hearth crystal. It sits atop an ornate tower with detailed stonework, at odds with the ramshackle slums around it. Someone treasured Gelspar at one point, but no longer. Today, anyone can use the intricate carvings as handholds and climb up to the hearth crystal to steal a shard. And that is why the crystal is failing. The crystal that once lit up the night like a beacon has been reduced to a dim glow that is becoming dangerously faint. Every day, locals brave or desperate enough to climb the tower and steal more slivers of the precious gem to turn for a quick profit. When you're hungry enough, selling off tomorrow to get through today is an easy choice. But as the people of Gelspar chip away at their one safeguard against the toxic air of Axia, they're accruing a debt that will never be able to repay. So as I mentioned, the campaign clock for Gelspar time is short. Kendrick Maddox has promised to deliver a new hearth crystal for Gelspar. The campaign clock tracks the advancement of time in a campaign where time is a limited resource. Every decision you make could affect the party's shared campaign clock, which changes the available story paths and gameplay options at different times. If the campaign clock advances too far, Gelspar will fall before the heroes can save it. You'll find out if you are too late to help Gelspar near the end of the campaign in Act 3. Until then, one player should keep track of the campaign clock on the party tracker or piece of paper. Alright. Any questions so far?
Nope.
Alright, so Into the Fold. This is a crossroad encounter. For generations, parents have regaled their children with tales of Adriel, the great city in the sky. They say it is proof of humanity's ability to conquer the toxic miasma that has swallowed the world of Axia. The Cloud Utopia is a hub of learning, commerce, and culture, more vibrant and diverse than any of the great fallen empires. And so it is for those in the upper reaches of the metropolis. Gelspar, on the other hand, is a dangling eyesore the rest of Adriel would prefer to forget. Fortunately, it's easier to get away with things when no one is looking, which is why you are on the way there this evening. You've been instructed to meet at the foot of the Clueless Prince, the crumbling statue that guards over the eastern square between Gelspar and the Red Market. The statue depicts one of the noble founders of the city, but vandals removed the head years ago. Time has eroded any other identifying features, and now his headless gaze is a symbol of Adriel's indifference to the district. The citizens above can't be bothered to fix anything below, not even in praise of one of their own. Today, the Princess Square is nothing more than a convenient meeting place, a no man's land between the two districts. Almost all the market stands that once filled the space have moved on. The few that remain are unlikely to stay for long. A woman flanked by two sentries with long spears emerges from the mist with a lantern held aloft and approaches the base of the statue. Both sentries have the Maddox emblem, a serpent coiled around the trunk of a large tree, have etched into their breastplates. Welcome to Gelspar, she says, warily eyeing each of you. My name is Elise. I work for Kendrick. And now, so do you. So I suggest you become acquainted with each other.
Do I know these two sentries?
No, they work for Maddox directly. um, Basically, this is a free role-playing moment.
So,
but we've already introduced ourselves.
So,
I shall.
we work
Yeah.
for Maddox, and we have to, you say.
Okay, as I said, there's not a lot of role play. The free role playing moment was to introduce your characters. Since there's no storyteller or DM, there's no interaction with the in that sense. But basically, we introduced ourselves. This is where, yeah. So we have Warrior Corellius. We got the Atlanta Savrin. We got the Druid River, and the Tactician Reese. And there's also a spiritualist named Piper. But uh, Ben is not here, and we're just gonna put her aside for now. Elise tosses your group a small bag containing 10 gold pieces. Someone want to? Someone can keep track. Who wants to keep track of the clock and our group inventory for now?
I can do it.
Okay. So right now we got plus 10 gold coins.
All right.
She said, for traveling expenses, she says, you will find Kendrick in the Starlight Commons at the heart of Gelspar. He does not like to be kept waiting, and it's a bit of a walk, so you better get going. Oh, and do try to stick together. It's dangerous in that part of town. Elise begins walking towards the Red Market, but you sense something has been left unsaid. If you want to know more about Gelspar, this is your only opportunity to ask her. However, questions take time, and that is a resource you cannot afford to waste. So we have arrived at a decision crossroad. Basically, crossroads are moments when your party must choose between competing courses of action called paths, each of which leads to a different outcome. In a decision, yeah, the narrator reads all of the text in the revealed section for each path, and then the players vote on paths to make choices for the heroes. In the decision crossroad, your party chooses a single path, thereby advancing the story. So this is all majority decides, and I will be abstaining since I know the options. But there's still 3 of you, so hopefully we won't have a stalemate. Crossroads.
When you say options, I mean, I'm assuming one of those options is to stop people and ask them more questions about who we're going to be dealing with and where exactly we're going, and the other option is to
Yes,
charge ahead.
I'll give you that in a moment here. So basically, we'll have a standard vote. Unless it's a hidden out, all votes are treated equally. Okay. And here's the thing. Do you guys want to play with a hard mode variant? That basically we add +1 campaign clock every time a tied vote is cast.
Tie votes are going to be hard with 3.
Well, there's 4 of us. Later on, like right now it won't come into play, but later on we can decide if there's a tie, I break the tie, but we end up with a +1 campaign clock. Do you want to play with that option or no?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Sorry? Caleb, yes? You want to?
Yeah, that's fine.
Nathan?
Okay, I'm fine.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Mark that down on the campaign tracker, and then I'll fill that in later.
Be
So,
right back.
I'm about to do the paths. Steven? Okay, just as I was reading the paths. Okay, so
Is
just
there something in particular beside that I need to write down for the campaign clock, or just mark down campaign clock for the moment?
Put hard mode variant +1 campaign clock when ties, when there's a tie, and then I'll know which one it is. Or put page 27, and I'll know which one that is.
Now, when it comes to these paths, is there going to be like a bunch of options and we pick which one we want?
Yes, in this case there'll be 2 paths.
Okay.
Stephen already said them. Basically, go to Gelspar. There's no point in delaying your trip with unnecessary questions. Elise is not likely to tell you anything you cannot learn from Kendrick. Path B is ask Elise about the area. Gelspar is not a safe place, and it is always better to be prepared. So, I will put them down in here. Okay, let's say this is a majority. So if the two of you vote one way, then we don't need Steven's vote. Caleb, path A or path B?
Path B.
Nathan, path A or path B?
Path B. River goes where the river flows.
So you guys both want to ask her. Okay.
I'm back.
Okay, so we had the two paths. They voted on path B, so even if you choose path A, majority rules in this case.
I'm fine with that.
Elise hesitates, then dips her shoulders and returns to the statue. I can spare a few minutes, but do make it quick. There are other places I need to be. Okay, add +1 campaign clock on the on your tracker card. Obviously, we're wasting time, and I will go to continue on into the full part 2. Okay. I was instructed not to tell you any more than necessary, Elise says, but I was also told to keep you alive, and information helps. Here's what you need to know. Kendrick has asked the Chasers to protect the crystal in the Starlight Commons. They are out in force tonight, but as long as you stay out of their way, they shouldn't give you any trouble. If you have any other questions, I will offer what assistance I can. Basically, let's see.
Can we ask her a question?
Yeah, sorry, I'm reading right now. This is another choice. This would be a dialogue one. Heroes interact with non-player characters to gather information and resources. Your party votes on paths to direct the conversation. Your group may take multiple paths, selecting them in any order, until one of the outcomes ends the crossroad. You cannot take the same path more than once. This dialogue crossroads includes a path challenge. A path challenge requires one or more heroes to overcome an obstacle to achieve a desired result. Path challenges in the revealed section are read aloud to the party. Players attempt the path challenge after they choose a path, making the appropriate rolls and reading the outcome that matches the results. This path challenge is a skill check. Each skill check will specify the skill to be used and the number of heroes that are allowed to attempt the skill check. Players decide amongst themselves who will attempt the skill check. Each outcome specifies the number of heroes who need to succeed at a skill check for the party to achieve it. To make a skill check, roll at 1d20. If you succeed, if the result is less than or equal to your hero score in the relevant skill. On some path challenges, heroes may gain advantage, which gives them an edge due to specialized knowledge, a pre-existing relationship with another character, or another reason tied to your hero's backstory. When you have advantage, you roll 2d20 and select the better of the two results. Tip: rolls are represented with the notation xdy, where x is the number of dice and y. Okay, we know that. Okay, there are 4 paths, so we can choose which ones to ask. Path A: ask about potential dangers. There may be hazards to watch out for on your route. Path B: ask where Elise needs to be. Elise seems to be in a hurry. You might be able to convince her to tell you why. That is a fast talk skill check for one hero, and if Ben was playing, his character Piper gets an advantage. Path C: ask about the Chasers. The Chasers have a reputation for brutality. Their involvement is suspicious. Path D: end conversation and let Elise leave. Time is getting away from you and you cannot afford to waste it. I'm gonna just
Oh,
go. Um, so basically, first one is ask about potential dangers.
A vote.
Do you want to ask that one first, or you want the second one is ask where she needs to be, or ask about the chasers?
I want
River would ask about the chasers.
Okay, River one asks about the chasers. Uh, what about Reese? What does he want to do first?
I was gonna ask about the potential dangers.
yeah, that's what I would like to do.
Okay, so two. We'll
But
go.
the chasers would be coming in second.
Okay, we can ask both of them. It's not a problem. So ask about potential dangers. The chasers have been battling a local gang for control of Hacksaw Bridge. If you're going to encounter trouble, it will be there. I'm not sure who controls it at the moment. There are always people laying traps on both sides. Keep your eyes in the back of your head. Campaign clock +1 to the campaign clock. And we get to vote again, so we're going to go ask about the chasers.
I vote to ask about.
Sorry?
I vote yes.
Yeah, I think we decided we're gonna do that.
Yeah, chasers is fine.
Well, yeah, okay, I should ask. Yes. Okay, so Kendrick is a cunning man, but he has principles and good reason for hiring the chasers. The people of Gelspar have been stealing shards from the crystal. They're too desperate to realize they're accelerating their own demise. We need to deter them. Enlisting a violent gang of thugs in skull war paint achieves that, even if aligning ourselves with them is unpleasant. Also, +1 campaign clock, and we get to vote again. So the options are ask where she needs to be, which is a fast talk skill check for one hero, or we can just end this.
I vote to end this and
River River has a relatively good fast talk, but he can. It doesn't matter. He doesn't particularly want to ask, but he can run the check if somebody else wants to ask.
Oh,
I vote to
I have a
move on down the line.
I have a 14 fast talk too. Caleb, did you want to ask?
Reese is done.
Sorry.
End conversation.
Okay, so River, you said you want to talk or you don't want to talk?
No, he doesn't particularly want to ask, but he would have if the party wanted to.
And you don't want to, Corellius?
No, I do not.
Okay, so we're ending the conversation. Some parting advice. Try to avoid affairs that don't concern you. The beggars of Gelspar are pitiable, but they are not as innocent as they seem. You have a larger mission to take care of. Best to concentrate on that. When you see Kendrick, please give him my regards. With that, Elise and her entourage head towards the Red Market. Their silhouettes vanish into the fog.
I suggest that our sneaky guy go second. Uh, you two folks, one can be the rear guard, and the other one can be protect
You,
between myself and the rear.
sorry, you cut out a bit.
I suggest that our sneaky guy go first. I'll go second, and our big hitter will be the rear guard, and the druid will go between myself and the rear.
Well, basically, don't worry about that so much, but next is called a detour. For new players, detours are optional story branches. The narrator reads the revealed text, and the heroes discuss and make a majority yes or no vote on whether or not to pursue the detour. In the event of a tie, the narrator makes the final decision. A few haggard shopkeepers are packing up. While most are selling mildly rotten food, you notice a lone merchant peddling oils and elixirs. Do you stop to take a look? Corellius?
It's not part of the mission.
River?
No.
And I guess Reese, it doesn't matter. Okay. Basically, this was, I'm going to let you guys know we're leaving, but it was basically to pick up a few items. It would have been a +2 campaign clock, but you would have gone shopping for weapon oils, spirit salts, minor healing salves, and a rot gut ale. Oh well. We could have picked up a healing salve, which would have been nice. Alright, the Hacksaw Bridge. The streets of Gelspar are largely deserted as you approach Hacksaw Bridge. So if I'm hearing some background noise, if you guys wouldn't mind just muting. Thanks.
Sorry, it's my dog in the other room.
Oh, no problem. I know they can get loud, even if you don't hear them. The streets of Gelspar are largely deserted as you approach Hacksaw Bridge. Only a few sheets of metal separate you from the vast abyss below. To fall off Gelspar is to fall off the edge of the world. You don't even know if you would ever hit the ground. The bridge itself is a dilapidated structure of wood and sheet metal running between the two of the larger vessels that make up the slum's core. In better days, a high railing provided safety for the careless and clumsy. It has long since fallen away, exposing travelers to high winds and a precipitous drop that has claimed many drunkards. Even now, two bodies slump against the building next to the bridge, only a few feet from the edge. Whether they are drunk or dead is anyone's guess, but a hangover will be the least of their problems if they roll out of the wrong side of the bed. Basically, these two men may need assistance. On the other hand, they are easy prey to pilfer from as well. Do you want to take a closer look and decide what to do with them, or do you want to continue? Corellius.
Did you say we were on Hacksaw Bridge?
We're approaching it.
Yeah, we're approaching Hacksaw Bridge. On this side, there's a building and two guys that are propped up against it. Do you want to...
Given that we have been warned about traps and such at Hacksaw Bridge, I don't trust that these two are either dead or asleep. I think they're waiting to spring, and therefore I shall poke one of them.
So hold on. So you want
not try to break the skin,
okay.
but I want to.
No. So the option is: do you want to take a closer look and decide what to do with them, or do you want to leave? Corellius, you want to examine them? Move closer to them, right?
Yeah. While everybody else goes by, yes.
Okay. River, do you want to take a closer look and decide what to do with them, or do you want to continue?
River would want to continue avoiding them due to the warning.
And Reese, do you want to continue, or do you want to examine them? Like, take a closer look.
We were warned of Hacksaw Bridge, so continue on.
Okay. So we're gonna bypass them.
Yeah, I'm just doing what I'm doing so someone else can pass through Hacksaw Bridge behind me and not get attacked by these guys.
Well, the way this is, we decided we're not gonna. We're
well,
gonna avoid them as a
then
group.
I'll stay my spot in line.
It's one of the problems without running with a storyteller or DM. We just have to follow. The storyline is going to be a little. There's going to be choices, but it's still linear. Like, once we make a decision, we have to follow. It's not like we can't ad lib.
Okay.
So basically, we have another. We're approaching the Hacksaw Bridge. So we have a decision crossroad. So path A. Let me just check. Okay, so path A is a scout for an ambush. What is our campaign clock at right now?
I think we only had.
+3.
Okay, we can't scout for an ambush because the campaign clock must be less than a 3, so we don't have time to scout for an ambush. Path B is check for traps. The campaign clock must be less than 3, so we don't have time to check for traps either.
Great.
So, path C, proceed across the bridge. At a glance, the bridge seems safe. You could be headed for a trap, but there is no time for a more thorough investigation. You step over the rubble and approach the bridge. You are about to start across the bridge. Okay, this is Hacksaw Bridge Part 2. You are about to start across when a shrill scream pierces the night. A woman scrambles into view on the other side of the bridge, a chorus of barks and howls erupting behind her. She gasps for breath as she staggers towards you. Please, she shrieks. Anyone, help! The city does not stir. Her cries echo and die in the silent, indifferent streets. In Gelspar, sticking out one's neck is a good way to get it broken, and the courageous seldom live for long. A moment later, you see the creatures chasing her. Three large, misshapen hounds emerge from the shadows of the alley. The woman stumbles halfway across the bridge, falling with a crunch and a cry of pain. Her knee buckles as she attempts to stand. The three beasts close in on all sides, their hungry jaws open to reveal massive, protruding fangs in front of serrated rows of teeth. They snap and lunge at the woman, but seem to be waiting for some kind of signal before moving for the kill. A cowled man with a face painted like a skull steps into view on the opposite end of the bridge. He approaches at a steady pace, a leather whip in one hand and a gleaming dagger in the other. The woman looks at you, her eyes making a desperate appeal. This does not concern you, the man says to you. We're all friends here. Now move along before somebody gets hurt. Wouldn't want to upset the boss. You are quite certain you have never seen this man in your life. Please, the woman pleads, her voice barely audible above the panting beasts. How can you be so cruel? This is what is called a snap vote. I'm going to give you the two options, A or B. Type it into the chat, but don't press enter yet.
Oh, okay, so
This is basically it's a hidden vote.
So we don't know what each other votes.
Right.
ex-
Basically, the first path is ignore the woman. You have been hired to save all of Gelspar, not just one woman. The greater good demands that you move on. Path
we
B.
have to go
Hold
across
on.
this bridge.
Oh, yes, we have to cross. We have to cross this bridge. So we either cross and help her, or just ignore her and keep going. Path B is defend the woman. You have been hired to save Gelspar, and that includes its people. You will not stand by and watch one of them get torn to pieces in front of you. This is a weighted path, as I'm telling you. The narrator, I tell you, the party chooses this path even if one hero votes for it. So, so get your answers right. So path A, ignore. But if one of you say defend the woman, we defend the woman.
Can I ask a question before we vote?
If it doesn't influence the answers, yes.
I just want to know if we would know if this guy was one of the chasers or not.
If you believe that, you have never met him before. But if that's what you believe, you can.
I just didn't know based on his skull painted face.
Which is
If we might think that.
you can think whatever you want.
Okay.
That is might affect people's decisions. So that's why I didn't want to go too much.
Well, that's fine. I just wanted to check.
Okay, so A, ignore the woman, or B, defend the woman. Does everybody have their answer ready?
I do.
Yep.
And who was the last one?
Yep, I
do.
got it.
Oh, both of you. Okay, press enter. Sorry, we are going to defend the woman. Let's see.
It's on our way anyway.
The hounds growl, hackles rising as you step onto the field. You tighten your grip on your weapons and prepare for combat.
I mean, we're gonna go that way anyway. I mean, they're gonna growl whether we help.
Well, we could have basically we could have walked by if that's what you wanted. Okay, let me see. I'm going to be switching. Now, you guys can set. Actually, move Piper over there.
Where are the bad guys? The mean. Where's the bad guy? The mean dogs.
I'm about to set that up. That's what I.
Ah,
Uh, objects and tokens layer. Okay. Do you mean to tell me I did not? Oh wait, did I?
wrong layer.
No, I forgot. I forgot to import their things. Give me one moment here.
Give you one moment.
Forgot. Yeah, to get their icons. I have images of stuff, but I forgot to do that. Game. Let's see where they are.
I feel like a jerk now for voting to go by, but I feel like I've already added a lot to the campaign clock.
Okay, I knew what I had to do. I had to open it up. Either I had to open up in Photoshop and or some photo editing and grab the images. Let me see if I can. See if I can find someone who's done it online. Let's see. And
My cat ain't afraid of no dogs.
someone remember page 40 for me.
I shall remember page 40 for you.
All right, that's not gonna work. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab tokens for now.
Gotta fight the chasers and the dog.
Idiot. Sick of idiot.
I'm trying to avoid fighting the chasers.
Idiot.
See, I kind of was looking at like, even if we walked past, what was the stop? Hit them too.
Stabbing us in the back.
Yep.
I was hoping with the whole can't upset the boss thing that
Okay.
he would realize that that's where we were going and we could avoid it.
So
My cat saying, "Hiya," a lot. And, oh, can you hear her? He's been like meowing.
No, I don't hear a cat.
Oh, okay. I thought you could hear. Now she stopped. She's been meowing.
I got mine laying right on my foot.
No, that's your slip. Now, are these like holes in the bridge? These are definitely. What are these?
That looks like rubble to me.
Right back. And the back. There.
Can you see the names on
No.
the creatures? No.
No. I can see 3 creatures and a shadowy dude.
You don't. Oh, can you see it now? Any of them?
I see 1 bloodhound.
Yeah, I see one.
I see 2 bloodhounds. So whatever you're doing, it's working.
Can you see hit points?
I see 3 bloodhounds.
Can you see
See
their?
a red box, but no hit points on it.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
see red stripes, or 2 of them.
Okay. So that's they. It's fine as you guys know. They have 40 hit points, and the Houndmaster has 60. Just because we're all on the same team. So
I have
I'm looking for damsel, and it's a bunch of shirtless characters like this. Okay, you know what? It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't remember that from the Disney movies.
So she is. She's not. Yeah, she stays there. more.
We'll just say she's wearing a flesh-colored.
Sure. Okay, now the question is, do you guys want to kick it up a notch and make it harder?
Well, we've never had combat. Let's just.
Well, basically, here's what it is. This is glass. If you want it, it's a local field effect. Basically, you lose a hit point and -2 to your movement until your next upkeep phase.
I already assumed that was a rebel anyways, and we weren't going to be able to walk in those
Oh.
places. So
Hold on, that is no,
I'm
that's
okay with that.
sorry, that is by default. If we had managed to check for traps, that's a trap. So right, you can't walk on those. Well, you can, but you will take 1 hit point of damage and suffer -2 to your movement until your next upkeep phase. Here are the options. Hard mode. These are strong winds. Do you want them to be in effect? Basically, whenever a combatant is close to either edge, they suffer -4 accuracy to ranged actions. If you're standing right there on the wind icon.
If we're standing on the printing.
Yeah. Do you guys want to include that? Strong winds hard mode?
What is there some is there some inherent advantage we get if we do it? Do we like, for
No.
example, like
It
make
ju-
a minus to the clock or anything?
No, it just makes the combat harder.
So let's.
We just look cooler.
Because
when we're
this is
doing
our-
stuff.
Yeah, I mean, because this is our first combat, try and keep it.
Okay. So I'll make it easy. So all that is broken glass. So that's so you lose a hit point and -2 to movement. Nothing else. The woman, she's not there. Okay? Because there's an option that she is a target and they will attack her. And you have so many turns. We'll have like a combat countdown. Once it reaches 0, she's dead. But do you want to? That's an optional one if you want to play that one. No.
I mean, we're there to rescue the woman, so if she, I mean, it would make sense.
Well, basically, if she is just scenery, for lack of a better word, they will attack us, and she is safe for the combat.
Right. Okay.
The option is: do you want her to be a target, or when basically we have a countdown to finish this? Basically, the countdown she will have 12 hit points. She loses 1 every time she gets hit.
I'll cut a deal with you. I'll do the countdown if you subtract 1 from the clock.
What do you? I'm following it as it is. Uh, Nathan, do you want to have the countdown?
I mean, I like it. It ups the stakes.
And Caleb?
Yep, I'm fine with the countdown.
Okay, so basically I'm going to give her...
Me and Caleb are in for the punishment.
The who's ever writing this might consider doing, like, when they have these hard options, they might consider, well, if you take the hard option, here's a potential benefit.
Well, it's basically if Ben was here, and since there'd be 5 of us, then I would have been putting all of them in. This is designed for about 4 players, but so I'm making them options. But if he was here, I would have added them all in at least. Okay, so there we go. So she has 12. Whenever she gets hit, she loses a hit point.
All right.
Okay, so basically I explained you guys have 4 actions. Fast actions cost 1, slow actions cost 2. So you could do 2 slow actions, 4 fast, or a combination. If you have a trigger that you want to potentially use, you have to save an action. At the beginning of your turn, they get reset. If you have something that is a sustain spell ability, you sustain it at the beginning of your turn, and you have 1 free sustain plus any that you may have added to your character. Now, the slots go like this. Hero slot, foe slot, the grunts will go, which in this case, all the bloodhounds. Hero slot 2, and foe slot 2, which is the houndmaster. Since there's 4 of us, we need at least 1 hero in slot 1 and 1 hero in slot 2. The other 2 heroes can go in slot 1 or slot 2.
Given the fact that A warrior probably closest to that one hound, and I got a clear to him, just running straight. Would anyone mind that if I took slot?
River can go in slot 2. He's kind of almost reluctant.
I don't have. Oh, there we go. Okay. Here we go.
And move 5.
Can you move diagonal squares?
Or can I move 5 squares
Okay.
and throw a dagger?
Yeah, one moment here. So who is going to go first? Corellius?
I was gonna go first, yes.
Anyone else going in the first slot?
I think River was gonna go.
River, you want to go also in the first slot?
I'll go on second.
Well, it's a first slot. The first hero slot. Okay. Does Reese want to go? Or is Reese better?
Sure. Yeah, I'll go.
Okay, so you're basically relegating me to the end. Okay.
All
Fine.
the cool kids are gonna go first.
It comes into play with tactics. Now, my character can do some nice damage, and he is very quick as well. But he's also good at he can buff people, he can heal them, and he can raise them. I guess I've been delegated to healer of the group now if Ben doesn't join us. I can like knock targets prone. I actually have an ability that if I hit one of those bloodhounds, because they are considered grunts, I can expend a fast action and take them out of combat. If I don't kill them, then I can take them out of combat as well for an extra fast action. So it's up to you. As I said, I'm fast, and I have a wide range of skills. But if you want me to go at the end, that's fine. We can change this every round, but for now, I'm gonna just mark.
I mean, I can go second. I can go in the second slot. I mean, River's kind of hesitant, anyways.
True.
It's up to you. As I said, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna play the character. As I said, like I wasn't making any choices, but beforehand, but I can I can play combat because obviously that's not difficult. So, are you guys satisfied with the order? Or do you want to change it?
I'm fine.
That's fine.
Okay. So Corellius, you can do whatever you want. You have 4 actions. Movement, if you do a move, that is a slow action, so that'll take 2 actions. If you then want to throw a dagger, you can do that. So you can do.
Okay. There's it's. I mean, I can't get there. I mean, I can't get there. There's no sprinting. Charging in this.
If you want to charge, you can move twice.
Right. That's what I mean. I mean, like. Okay, so. Da-da-da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or wait, I'm gonna slow. Sorry, before I move, because I believe there's a thing here. Standing at. And I have to. Yeah, it says restore action pool, then select sustains, then use your action pool, and I have got a sustaining action called heavy grip that costs me a slow that I'm putting on myself. Okay, gives me +2 penetration, plus and raises my damage by 1 height for melee act. So those are the two things I'm gonna be doing. Put that sustain on there,
Quick question.
and then I'm
This is
gonna move.
the last bit, and then we'll split the session. Do you guys want to take a quick break now, or do you just want to push through? Nathan, do you want to take a break now or continue?
I'm good. I can continue. It's up to you guys.
Caleb
I'm good. I can go. I can keep going.
and Steven?
I'm fine.
Okay, so your first action was to move, which is slow action. Okay, are you?
My first action was to put a
Oh,
second action.
you're cutting out your mic.
My first action was to put a sustain on.
Oh,
My second action was to move.
Oh, you did the heavy grip,
Yes,
and that's a slow.
that's a slow. Put the sustain on as a slow act.
Well, it's not a sustain yet. You're casting it as a slow. Next round, you can sustain it.
Yeah,
So,
but I don't have to cast a slow to sustain it.
yeah, next time you just have to sustain. So
Yeah.
use 2 slow actions. You move and you ready your grip, your weapon. Okay.
You know.
River, you're next.
Yes. Can we move diagonally?
Yes, diagonally counts as 1 square. Just remember, if you pass over the glass, you will take the damage, and then -2 to your movement.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Which I guess means you won't be able to shift if you take that damage.
2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. All right. So if I'm figuring right, this should be 10 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I move diagonally past this first shard of glass up here by the hole here, that should get me 10 squares up, which would be 2 slow movements, which would be my 4 actions.
That's 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's 10. And that's the double move, so you can't attack right now.
Nope.
Oh, another thing, since the way the damage is done with that person, you can't heal them as well.
Gotcha.
So, because I don't remember. I guess you're a druid, so you have healing as well.
I have rejuvenation, but it's for hero. It's target hero.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay. Okay, so now it is Reese's turn.
All right. How do I move my thing on the map?
Well, you just drag. It doesn't. It's not linked to you.
Just drag. Okay.
It's not working. Oh,
Nope.
there you go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I gotta scroll up my map. 1. Nope.
That's too far.
Yeah,
You're
I was trying to scroll. So 1,
oh.
2.
Well, do one do one movement at a time. So you go
Okay.
one,
1,
two.
2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I have mobility, so I can get 6, 7, and 1, 2. For ranged combat, did diagonals count as squares also?
Yep. Yeah. There's no extra movement. So
Oh, I
wait,
can write down.
you move
Is
you move 1 to 7.
Yeah, I have mobility, so I can move 7 squares.
Oh, cool. I got Swift, so I got 1 to 6, and I got 2 for Shift. But cool.
Yeah, mobility gives you 2 squares to move actions.
Well, is that a rogue thing?
Yeah, it's a class
Oh.
action.
Oh, right. Okay, so that's one movement. Okay, and you want to hit the Bloodhound?
Yeah, I can 1,
Yep, 5
2,
away.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, I can hit him. Or I can target him. I guess that's
Yeah, he's within range.
roll d20. Here we go.
Roll a spade.
Hey, there we go.
Ooh,
Ooh.
crit. That's
Wow.
a crit. So the way
Beautiful.
I'll let everyone know for cap checks again, it's 1 dice roll, and you have 3 numbers. If you get under all 3, then no, you get all of them. So that's a crit, that's a hit, and that bypasses armor. So what is your maximum damage with your weapon?
11 versus toughness.
Well, you're bypassing toughness.
So 11.
Hold on, is that? No, that's not right. Hmm. How does this work? Okay, whatever. That's not working. So minus 11 is 29. Okay. So that's your. Are you done?
Well, is that? I don't have it marked. Is that a fast or slow attacking?
Oh, basic attacks will be slow.
Okay, so then yeah, I'm done.
Okay, let me do a quick thing. Let me see. Okay, so their goal is to attack her. So if someone wants to, can someone give me a d6 roll?
I can do that.
Oh, messed up.
Six.
Now
One.
that is so they move 5 squares, and this first one is going to move 1 square here, and it's going to attack her. It does special ability A. Well, in this case, it doesn't matter because it just attacks her, so she takes 1 point.
How come there are 4 bloodhounds in the trapper?
Because there's 4 of them?
5. Oh, there's 5. No, there's. Oh, I see 3. Or maybe one's not arrived yet.
No, there's 3 bloodhounds.
Yeah, well, you have 4 in the track.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got 1.
There's one at the very bottom. One extra one.
Okay, hold on. There's 1. 2.
One at the very bottom is the one that just munched on 2 and 3. Yeah, you got the one that munched on the woman, you got it in there.
Oh, I deleted the wrong one? No.
Do not know.
Okay, hold on. Let me go to the map again. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there should only be 3. 1 next to the woman, and then
Yeah.
2 more.
Okay, yeah, and it's gone now. Yeah, now it's gone. You're good.
basically, they're they have to attack her unless they're severely threatened, basically.
I will severely threaten.
Oh, there was an opening narration, I guess. A man barks a gruff command, and the beasts spring into action. Their shadowy forms blurring as they charge forward. Your heart thunders as the battle begins in earnest.
Yay! Go, Ernest, go!
So basically, the victory condition is all foes are fallen, and she is alive. Loss is all foes are fallen, or the woman dies. Okay, so okay, so they all moved up and they go to attack her. Now, if they can't attack her, then we'll roll randomly to decide what they. There's a random six. There's a hexagon in the center. Is one ability, and then you roll a dice, and there's 6 paths, and it tells you what actions they have. The Bloodhounds move, and they either do a basic attack or a special ability. Special ability you don't want them to do. It attacks us, and it does quite a bit of damage.
Tell them to stop it.
Okay, so now it's my turn.
Yay!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yes, you can move through allies. As long as you end in your own square. So that one, let me see, 1, 2, 3. So that one
How
is
come you have a 2 beside your name? We'll have that.
because I'm the second. I'm in the second round. The second hero slot. Let's see. So that was a slow. I can choose to hit with my bow. Or I can sustain something. I'm going to just shoot.
I forgot how to range weapon.
Oh, my computer's running slow. I'm going to...
Come on, computer.
What should I close? There's nothing to close. Okay, so I'm gonna attack with the bow. So I'm gonna roll 9. That is a hit, but not anything else. So my damage with my bow is 3d8. Did I get any bonuses? 14 damage. Okay, and that was my turn. So now is the Houndmaster. Let's see. He moves 5 squares. If someone could roll a d6.
Can someone else pick that up? I'm making a macro.
That's a 1 on my d6.
Oh, okay.
Okay, he will do special ability A, but he attacks.
I'm not rolling any more d6.
Okay, so
Oh, I did the wrong.
Oh,
you did what wrong?
I did the damage wrong.
Oh, what did you do for damage?
I took D8 and then I did +3 instead of 3D8.
I don't see it. No, you didn't roll damage?
No, when I got the crit.
Oh, you're supposed to do maximum damage.
Yeah, I wrote down my damage wrong.
What's your damage is 3d8?
Yep.
yes. It's 24.
So 24. And how much did you say you did?
14, because I did max damage of D8 plus 3.
Oh, you got a +3. So
It's 3D8 though, yeah.
so that's an extra 10, right?
Yep.
I'm still standing because I didn't roll well. If I had rolled,
It should be an extra 13 because you only did 11 because you did 8 plus 3.
sorry, I'll put that back. How much? What? How much more damage did
He
you?
should have done 13 more damage because he did 8 plus 3, which is 11. And it should be
13?
24 total.
He's at 2. If I didn't roll the 1, if I had maxed out any 1 dice instead of even the 7, no, not the 7, the 6. If I had maxed out the 6 or the 1, just need a plus. Oh well.
That's what I did.
So he uses
Damage wrong. That's
now.
what it was.
He has a whip, but he has range 3. Lucky him. Actually, I could have done that. I just chose not to. He deals damage, but she takes the hit automatically. And special ability C. Actions by nearest bloodhound deal +10 damage next turn. So this bloodhound is no. What's going? Which one looks enraged?
One in front looks enraged because it knows I'm fixing to kill it.
Okay. So he will do. Just remind me, because he has that symbol. He does an extra +10 damage next turn, which is not good. Well, if he attacks her, it doesn't matter. Okay.
I got a question.
Yes.
Trigger spells, are those like reactions?
Yes, those are reactions, but you need an action. Like if it's a fast action, you need a fast action available, or if it's a slow, you need a slow action. So if you think
So,
you
like, haven't used one in the last turn?
no, but did you used all 4 of your actions?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
for instance, if I wanted to use a fast reaction or a fast trigger spell, I'd have to save one.
Fast
yeah.
action.
Yes, you have to save. Yeah, you have to save it if you think if you want to use it. You reset at the beginning of your turn, but you have 4 actions for the entire from the start of your turn to the start of your next turn. You have 4 actions. Okay. Does everyone want to keep it the same, or do you want to change up the order?
I'm fine going in turn 1.
Okay,
Yeah.
Nathan, you want to stay there?
Yeah, I'm okay where I'm at.
Caleb, you want to stay?
Yeah, I'll stay there.
Okay. Corellius, you're up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a slow action to get there. This guy's almost dead, ain't he?
Yep.
Well, I may as well finish it. Now, I've got +4 to my penetration because of powerful and grip. So 12 gonna hit, but it's not gonna penetrate.
Well, you'll do enough damage. You do what, 3d8 plus 2?
No, it's 3d10 plus.
Sorry, 3d. Yeah, you don't have to roll. He has 2 hit points. The minimum
Well,
minimum damage is 6. You do 3.
I mean,
You do.
he's got less than 2 hit points now.
Where do you get the +3 from?
From powerful.
And
It's tier +1 damage.
yes, tier plus. Oh, extra. So you do 3d8, but you upgraded
Plus.
that with the
With heavy grip.
with the heavy grip. Okay.
No, I upgraded the die type. I think one of them I upgrade the die type, the other one I get.
Yes. No, that's what. Yeah. One is upgrades your die from 3d8 to 3d10, and then the other one upgrades
The other one gives me
Yeah.
a +3.
Yeah, you didn't need to roll, so you're good. Was that a fast action or a slow?
That attack.
Yes. If it's a
I'm
basic attack, it was slow.
Well, what other kind of attack could I have done that would have made it fast?
Well, I don't know what you have.
Some of your class
Oh.
actions.
You probably don't have anything fast.
I have things that are fast, but they're all bigger.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I could have amplified staccato strike, but I'm not close to.
Well, you
But
couldn't. You don't have an action free for that.
No, I have a free. Yeah, you're right. Right.
Okay, River, you're up.
Well,
Oh,
wait a minute. No,
what?
if I would have staccato struck, that's a fast action. Okay. Says it. Staccato strike.
But what is staccato
Uh,
strike? How do you-
Amplify effect when you hit target foe with the melee. Oh, okay, basic melee action.
you have to do a basic melee action,
Right.
and then you can.
Never mind.
It's an amplify.
Yep, got it. Okay.
Yeah, basically,
That's my turn.
yeah, you do that when you don't move.
Yeah.
River,
That's my turn.
River, you're up.
I'm gonna hit this enraged one right here with my wildfire. I'm gonna cast it twice, which would be 2 slow actions.
Okay.
That's a 4 and a 3 on 2d20s.
How do you have advantage?
No, I'm attacking twice.
Oh, so you're just rolling twice. So a 4 and a
Yeah.
4 and a 3.
Yeah.
That's good.
And that does 2d6 piercing. So I'll roll that twice too, right? So 14 total.
You can also oh, you rolled it all at once.
Yeah. Unless you need me to split it up.
No,
B6 and 8.
that's 20 40 minus I'm trying to 40 minus 14 is 36. No.
26.
26.
Yeah.
26, right. Okay, so you're done. Reese, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna take a shift, but that gets me 3 spaces due to mobility. So 1, 2. Now, if I go in this space, am I like on the gap, or is that an okay?
I'm gonna say that that one's fine. There's enough, more than 50%. Like,
Okay.
we'll say this one back here is a no. This one looks like it's more than 50. Like, this one is probably a no as well, and everything else should be fine.
Okay. So that'll be my shift. I'll take a shot at the enraged one also, and then I will save 1 fast action. Oh.
Oh no.
I rolled a
Oh, no.
1 and a 20.
Yeah.
Wow.
Must have been a gust of wind coming up from below the
Jeez.
bridge.
You know what? You were more worried about the do you have stable footing? No.
Nope. That's what it was. I started to fall. I caught myself, but the shot just went way off the map.
Are you going to use your fast action, or are you going to keep it?
I'm gonna keep it. I have stuff that may come in handy.
All right. If I can get a D6 from somebody.
Hey, D6 from somebody.
Actually, it doesn't. It doesn't matter from the bloodhounds. Both their attacks are the same.
They're both attacking glass.
Oh, basically 3 would have done. They move and do a basic attack. This one, do you think it should move, or do you think it's going to stay where it is?
Which one are you speaking? Well, if they're attack, if that's their target, why would it?
I'm asking. Do you guys think it should move?
I mean,
He
if
looks like he's in a position to stay attacking this enraged from
I
up
mean,
here.
yeah,
Let's-
it's a dog. It's
Yeah.
got a free. It target's right there. I mean, yeah, why would it move?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what, if you guys, I'm controlling them, but if you guys say, well, it probably will do something different, let me know.
I mean, if it wants to run off the bridge, that's fine too.
This one decides to go get a burger.
Okay, 1 second. Oh, I'm gonna do it now because I realize I should have done it before. Let's see. There are reinforcements that appear.
Hmm.
Which one's bringing the burger?
Because we didn't
They didn't scout ahead.
yeah, we didn't scout ahead. There should be reinforcements.
Spent too much time talking. My
We
bad,
didn't-
guys.
We didn't realize there was a bloodhound kennel on the other side of that.
Okay, so this one went. This one here, it's gonna move up and attack. Yeah, we gotta start doing something. We don't have many turns left. And they move.
Is it free actions to sustain an attack?
Yes. Once you've sustained, it's a free act. Once you've cast the sustain or activated it, it's free to sustain.
Gotcha.
All right, my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will attack from there. I pull out a whip as well. It's not the same whip, so don't think I.
Battle of Whips.
Oh, actually, should I attack the dog, or should I can move one more and I can attack the Houndmaster? What do you guys?
I was gonna go after the hound master next.
Yeah, but I can attack him from here, and then you move ahead of me to protect me. Or should I
Yeah,
attack?
but I can move into there with a slide step, not active my movement, which is like fast. That leaves
Yeah.
me actions at the end of it.
Well, how many movements is your fast?
One. That's all I need because I've got reach.
Oh, you got Oh, okay. Well, I can move here and hit him too. The question is, do you guys want me to hit the Houndmaster or want to hit the dog?
I think
Somebody needs to get
given the
Houndmaster.
fact that she's down to half hit points, the dog is important.
Yeah, well, he could hit. He hits from where he is too.
Yeah.
He has
then
three range. So okay, I'll move. I'll stay where I am. Well, I'll move up because it takes a spot, protects it from the dogs, and then I will
That's
hit this
fine.
one. Yeah, I don't want to hit. I don't have any extra. You guys all have more hit points than me. I'm not supposed to go up this close.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's glass here, so
I'm using the rogue has like some of the highest hit points.
The rogue and the druid.
Woo, crit! And that's with my whip.
Heck yeah.
8 and 8 or 6.
Crit with a whip. Like a
Let's
band
put it
name.
this way. I with a 32, almost enough. Yeah, that wouldn't have been enough to take out a
Yeah.
full one, but still quite good. So I step in, I just give it a nice crack with my whip and knock it off
The
the
dog,
edge.
the dog is.
Man, Paul,
What's that?
I don't have the fast session left where I could transfer my sustain effects to that other dog. Now I got to recast them because they were both on that one.
Oh, sorry.
What's the Houndmaster doing now?
Well, can you not?
Them's the breaks.
The Houndmaster is. Someone give me a D6.
I shall give you a D6. I should probably
One
make
again.
Oh,
All
you
right.
got- okay.
So it does a disarming lash. It hits.
Who's it trying to disarm?
You guys wanted the harder battle. And the second ability is see nearest bloodhound. Which guys do you think? The one right above or the one diagonal? Should get enraged. Not that it matters. It's not attack. If it can attack her, then it'll.
Probably the one right above him would make more sense.
So if it doesn't attack her, then it does plus 10 damage to us. All right. We changing order? Or we're gonna keep it the same.
I'm fine where I am.
I'm still good.
Do you think?
Actually, can I slide like after the bloodhounds?
You want to go after the bloodhounds?
Well, where else can I move in the initiative or the turn
Yeah,
order?
that's it. There's just number 1 and number 2.
Okay.
It's basically 1 bloodhounds, 2 houndmaster.
Okay. All right.
Actually, I think there is supposed to be a third slot after him, but there's no other foes, so I'm not gonna. This one doesn't.
Yeah, because the third slot would quasi be the first slot of.
It's fine. Let's just play it like this for now. So, oh, here we go. Yeah, hero, foe, hero, foe. That's how it is, and that's how we'll keep it. So, does anyone want to go in the second slot and I move up to hit again? Because now that I'm not moving, I can knock prone. I can also take out one of those creatures, the bloodhounds, in one shot.
I'm actually okay with going in number 2 because I can move around the battlefield pretty good.
Sorry, Caleb?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go down to number 2 because my shift I can move 3 spaces, so I can move around pretty good. I can snipe people.
The reason I'm saying, because I said I can take out a hound in one shot if I wanted to. Basically, if I can't kill it, which I can't in one hit, then I can spend another fast action and take it out. Basically, I could do that to grunts. These are grunts. I can't do that to the houndmaster. So my job is to finish them off quickly. Each round I can take out one. And hold on, that is. Oh, oh yeah, that's an amplify, but not a problem. Oh no, it is a free action. I can actually do it twice. I could have done it this whole time. I forgot I have an ability. Sorry, I can twice. I can do two. My 2 amplify effects are free, so I can try to take out 2 hounds in one round. So okay, let me go first. I'll move up to here. I'm gonna take out this. Oh no, I don't want to move. Shoot.
Well, I've had my move planned out.
Yeah.
for
Okay.
quite
Go ahead.
some
Go
time.
ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna shift 1. Now and that's gonna cost me a fast action. And now I'm going to take a normal action on the Houndmaster, and I'm gonna follow that up with Staccato. Now keep in mind, because I'm a seasoned veteran, my accuracy is now at a +3 to what it is, so 19 or less hit. Okay, so hack. Okay, and that's also gonna penetrate. Okay, and now I'm gonna do the staccato strike right after that. That's also gonna hit, but it's not. So super duper damage I'm doing. First one. And it penetrates everything, so really 1-3-3-3. You suck. And then not penetrating. Oh god. 23.
So that's 30, 33 points of damage.
Well, 10 goes directly on him. And that 23,
Oh,
his armor stops however much it stops.
oh shoot! I've been forgetting. They have damage reduction. Okay, so the first one bypasses. How
Yes.
much? How much damage?
10 for that.
10. So he's at 50. Okay, and the next one is 23, and
Yes.
I keep forgetting. Yeah, they have damage reduction. The hounds have 4. Okay, so we'll do that moving forward. The Houndmaster has 8. So that's only
Okay, so
15.
it's still, yeah, 15. So 25 on both.
What do you mean 25 on both?
Well, 10 for the first.
Yeah, 10 goes
50.
so it's at 50, and then uh 15 points
15
of
for
damage,
the-
so
that's
40, 35.
25.
35.
Yeah, 35. Alright. And that would be my.
Yeah, guys, remind me on the damage reduction next time.
Got another question.
Yeah.
So my critical is 5. If I roll under that 5, is that automatic max damage?
Under crit is an automatic max damage.
Okay. I should have done max damage on both of those hits earlier.
Yeah, it's one
Don't
roll,
matter, though.
and if it's
Things
the same or less, then
Gotcha.
whichever ones you beat.
How do you get your crit up to that?
Oh, there are ways.
It's only a 5, but I rolled a 4 and a 3 last time, so they should have both been good.
25% of the time you crit.
Okay, River. Or do you want me to go? It's up to you. Because I said I could take out the Hound.
You can go.
Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, it doesn't matter if I penetrate or not. That's not going to be enough to take it out. So I'm going to take my first free. I'm going to take my as a action. I forgot I had to do something, but it doesn't matter. I will skewer. I call it whiplash. So, so basically, I hit with my whip. I hit it, and I give it whiplash, and I take it out.
And it shows up at the insurance company with a neck.
So now we took out the starting ones. Now there's a. Now I have a free, a fast action left. I am going to shift here. That'll keep them from coming. I'm protecting 2 spots essentially. Now, if River, you move into the one next to me, then now we have a wall and they can only attack us now.
Good, that's a good.
Now, theoretically, they can step. They'll probably step on the. I'm gonna say no. They won't step on the glass. You guys agree with that? He's not. The Houndmaster's not gonna.
I would say the Houndmaster wouldn't. Hounds might be stupid.
Yeah, but he's controlling them.
I'd say the enraged one might, but I don't think the other one would at all.
Okay, we'll do it like that. All right. So River, you're gonna move over to there.
Are you talking this square?
No. This one they can't get.
Right beside
Yeah.
Corellia.
Yeah, this one they can't get to. We're gonna say they can stand here, but they can't cross over to there.
Okay, so we're looking at this one then.
Yes.
So I'll move there 1. That'll be 2 squares. That'll be a slow action. Tide turners. How many of those do you get?
You get 2 for the entire adventure.
Oh, okay.
But they still, obviously, if you have it as a slow action, it still costs a slow action and a tick out of the box. So you, yeah. So you only have, I believe, yeah, it is Is it 2 tide turners or 3? I'm trying to remember now.
It's
But-
2
3.
for the entire. Well,
Sorry?
I got.
It's
I have 2. Class tide turner action. Compared to Eden.
Tide turner charges. I have 3 checkboxes.
okay.
Oh, maybe it's something you.
Did you purchase one? Okay, for
No,
now.
that's
For
I
now.
have 3 checked out on the sheet, but they were automatically checked out.
Yeah, they were
There's
already
2
there,
boxes
checked off.
Not checked.
Okay, let's just say we have 3 for now, but those are for the entire adventure.
Gotcha.
You can't replenish them. It's if we continued and went to did another mission after this, then you would get them replenished.
All right, I'll save that for now. Okay, I'm gonna cast wildfire on the Houndmaster then again.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Except I can only cast it once this time. That's a 5. That is my crit number.
So that's your crit. Does it penetrate as well?
Yes.
What's your Oh, because it starts off as 6. Okay, so what's your maximum damage?
My accuracy and penetration are both 8. My crit is 5, so it should crit penetrate.
What's your
That would be 12 damage.
12. So that is a 23.
This is my game. I always roll low, man. So this is my game.
this is GURPS. You'd be great at GURPS.
Because I should have critted those last 2 too. So all 3 of my hits should have been crit.
So wait, what is your crit? A 5?
My crit is a
Yeah.
5.
Your accuracy is what?
8.
And your penetration is?
8.
You didn't up your accuracy at all, or?
No, most of mine went to crit.
Wow. So
Oh,
you don't hit, but when you do, well, on average you're not supposed to hit, but when you hit, there's a good
It
chance
hurt.
you're gonna crit and penetrate. You're gonna wait a minute. Your penetration is an 8,
That's what I have on my sheet.
so you always bypass. Yeah, you always bypass armor.
yeah.
Yeah, because if you hit, you penetrate. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just
automatically penetrate. Yeah.
yeah, everything is armor piercing for you. Okay, so River, you're done.
Yes.
Okay, so the first hound, I think it's going to come here and attack me. I don't want it to, but I think that's the best course of action. What do you guys think? Or should we
I think that's legitimate
well,
because that one is rage.
well, here's the thing. We'll say this is a 1 and this is a 2. Actually, it
Oh,
might
yeah,
even
yeah,
go.
You're right. It could go through his spot. I forgot.
Let's do this.
1
this-
to 3,
Well,
4 to 6.
it is enraged, so it might step on the glass. So we'll say 1 to 2, 3, and 4 and 5.
What about 6?
Well, I'm going to roll a 1d5.
I just rolled a 6.
1.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So you wanted to attack you? Okay.
Well, I don't care.
Okay. And this one is going to.
It's gonna wish it didn't.
Oh, this one's about equal distance from both of us. Okay. So, it now I need a d6. Someone else, not Steven, because it's attacking Steven. So, 3.
I've rolled a 1 on all my d6s that I've rolled, so Caleb can roll.
Yep.
Okay.
3.
You're lucky. It's only going to do a basic attack, so it moves up the 5 squares and it does a basic attack. So give me a dodge roll.
Right. This because this. I wanted to try out different stuff on. So I have an 11 on dodge. My acrobatics is 12. Can
Nope.
I do that?
No, it's straight up.
That'd be a dodge.
You're doing a defense value, and it's a physical attack, so it's a dodge.
And I missed by 1.
Okay, so it hits you, and basic attack. Nathan, roll 1d10 plus 10.
Okay. I've got a thingy I can do here.
Do you have an action? No, no. You used used every.
slide. Yeah, I used them all. So I can't use I can't do this next.
So, what is your what's your toughness?
My toughness is 5,
5.
and then yeah, and I've got on top of that I have a medium shield and light armor.
That should already be included.
It's not. There's no way.
Well, it starts off at a 4. Okay, let's.
Are you telling me? Are you telling me that that's
No,
are you,
okay. Let's start over. You start off with a 4, I believe.
right?
Uh, what are your
Seems to me a shield was like
Yeah, hold on.
+4s.
What are your aspects?
Offensive is precise, defensive is evasive.
Hold on 1 second.
Uh,
Let me roll. Let me scroll up. Okay. What's your offensive?
Offensive is precise. Defensive is evasive. The other one is utility. Utility is dynamic.
Sorry. Do you have a heavy shield? You said.
I have a medium shield.
Okay.
I have light armor.
Yep. You only have a 5 toughness. Your medium shield gives you +1 toughness, +1 dodge. Your light armor gives you
Plus 2 dodge.
+2 to dodge. Yes. So if you took a heavy shield, you would have gotten +2 toughness. If you took heavy armor, you would have gotten another +2 toughness as well. So you only have
That's not what.
That's not. Sorry.
That's not what this guy's about. It's not like
Yeah,
that.
that's
He's much more of a technician.
That's fine. So that's 17 minus 5. So you take 12 damage.
Okay, I take 12 damage.
Your job is to not get hit. So that's what. But yeah, you don't take a. You still you take a lot of damage still.
Yeah,
But.
here's a question. If okay, so any trigger exploit I have, I cannot use it next round for something that happens. Correct?
The trigger happens right away. So.
Okay, so
can't.
then no. That's all I wanted to. Okay. Um. Uh, so Reese is up, is he not?
Oh The bloodhound's attacking me, and it hits. Can someone roll?
It hits with a 20.
That's my dodge.
Oh,
That's an automatic. So can someone roll 1d10 plus 10 minus 4?
Roll 1d10 plus 6.
Plus 10. Yeah, plus 6.
8.
So I take 8 damage. 8. Where am I? So 30 minus 8 is 22.
the ones with the lower hit points are getting hit.
Yeah, Mike. He doesn't get into melee. He likes being one step back. He's only doing this because, well, nobody else can do it. But he's also a healer, so that's fine.
Right. So I've used my I have like one amplified lift, and I used the staccato strike last, so I can't use that until the end of the battle.
No.
I can't use that again for the rest of the battle, right?
No, those are per turn. So when it's your turn, everything your actions your action pool refreshes, your limits refresh, your tide turners do not.
Got it.
Okay, so Reese, it is now your turn.
Alright, so... Now, if I take a move action, do I have to move my whole entire movement, or can you do partial?
Your move is 1 to 7, isn't it?
Well, if my shift is 3 spaces.
That's just...
Yeah, so you basically can move 1 to 7, or you shift 3. Those are your choices.
Okay.
How many do you want to move?
2.
I'm gonna say sure. You can shift. I'm gonna say yeah. You can shift less. It doesn't make
Yeah, I
sense.
was
Yeah.
pretty much gonna go right there behind the body as a shift.
Why is that?
So then,
They can't
if
get
they
past
hit me,
us. Oh, they can't get past us anyway.
yeah, but if they hit me here, I can do stuff from exploits.
Oh, okay.
All right.
But
So
you can't do that from here. Oh, you were back a space, weren't you?
not for I was back
Yeah.
one. I was
Okay.
right there.
Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead.
All right. So Houndmaster or the rat or the dog. Let's go for the Houndmaster.
Hit the dog. Hit the dog.
I'm gonna let you know that if you roll the wrong thing on the Houndmaster, he has animal handling, which is all bloodhounds heal 5 hit points.
Hit the dog.
That's why it's. But if you take out the dogs, and I can remember, I can take out. Uh, I can take out one more dog for free because I used. Yeah, because I used the whiplash, so I can take out one more dog for free. So if you want to concentrate on the other one, then go ahead.
Right, then I'll go.
Oh,
that
I'm not.
One.
I'm not moving, so I can. Yeah, I can take out one and do nothing.
So the one right in front of Coriolis.
My cat says all dogs are wimps.
Ah. So okay, so I hit, but I don't penetrate.
Okay, so roll minus 4.
All right, so D8. Oh wait a minute, that was not what it was supposed to be. Roll 3. D8.
And letting everyone know, you can in
Okay,
the chat box, you can hit the up arrow and go back to a previous command. So so 5. Are you doing anything else? Are you going to save your fast action?
I'm gonna save a fast action.
Houndmaster. Okay, someone give me a D6.
I will give you a D6. 2.
Okay, he moves. He doesn't. He's not going to move. He has 2 basic attacks. Here's the thing. He's still within range. So he's going to. I think he's going to hit twice.
Who's he gonna try and hit?
The woman. Because that's. So now
Alright.
he if 2 more rounds, if unless we move him somehow, 2 more rounds and he will take finish her off. But well, no, if he does he did 2 basic attacks. This is the only. Oh, if you roll a 2 or a 4, and you roll the 2, he does 2 basic attacks. So 2 more rounds like that, and he'll take her out. But all the other ones have 1.
I don't
So-
think he'll be around.
Yeah. All right. Now, I'm trying to remember. He's providing cover, so technically you can't hit him.
But if I go through first.
So you have to hit the
Well,
blood.
the dog is providing cover to him?
Yeah, that's I looked that up. Another. Where is it? It's under the combat section.
Okay, what happens if I move here?
Oh, then you're fine there.
Same. Kato strike. I want to take. Strike that bow. Okay. Well, right now I'm at a plus.
Well, staccato strike is fast, is it not?
Yes, it is.
So you could shift over to here, do your
Yeah,
basic.
I know, but the
yeah,
thing is, what that does not allow me to use the doesn't not allow me to use deflector counter if I shift over there. So I'm gonna
Oh.
basically go up against that dog, and I'm gonna use and I will use the counter strike on the dog standing. Well, hey, I've got reach. Does not reach go by that dog?
Yeah, but it's providing cover for. Let me just double check that because I know about. Okay, flanking.
I don't know. I'm out. Reach gets like doesn't.
Cover. You cannot target a combatant or square with an action if there is a square or cover between you and the target. It is providing cover.
Okay, then I'm going on the dog. Okay, so and I will hold back a fast action.
Yeah. The thing is, nothing on this except for another character provides cover on this map. But there could be a map where there's a crate there between you
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
target. So
fair enough. Okay, so attack. Okay, that's hit. Here's the
seventh.
staccato strike attack.
What's your
It's also
what's your accuracy?
right now
It's what?
it's 20. I have seasoned veteran.
Oh,
Every round I get a +1
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
compounded. Right, so it starts out at 16. After 4 rounds, it's 20. So I don't miss.
Okay, so what's your first?
Yeah, I mean, neither of them penetrated the 4 points. But here's the damage on the first one, 21.
Okay, hold on.
So
Hold
that's
my, mine.
17.
Yeah, -4. You can add -4 to that. But 17. I'm gonna pull up a calculator. This is gonna be so much easier. Okay, it is at 32. Where's my calculator? Okay,
No longer that 30. That
sorry. It's at 32, and you did 17.
15, so it's at 15.
What do you mean? Oh,
That 32 minus 17 is 15.
yes.
Okay,
But you're hitting it
next
again.
one. Yes, Counter Strike. Uh, and,
14.
yeah, so it's got 1 hit point left.
Oh my god.
And I'm holding back an action so that if it tries to hit me, I can deflect it or I can counter strike.
Right. Okay.
That's my turn.
I will finish off the next dog. I can't do enough damage. I just have to hit, basically. And I hit. It doesn't matter if I penetrate or not. I can't kill it. So I'm going to use the fast. I'm going to use I have one more free. The first 2 amplify effects are free. So this one is now down. I've only used the slow. Do I have another? I can whip. Should I take out the?
If you
Oh,
get this guy,
oh,
I can go
sorry.
after the Hellmat.
He wasn't at 1. He was. I'm looking at the wrong thing. He was at 40. He was at full health. So 40.
Who?
The hound.
The Hound?
Yeah. So it's
Okay.
-17, -14. He's at 9. So I could still finish him off.
Yeah.
Um,
If you get rid of him, then I'm all over that.
yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna finish off the hound. I can hit either one. Both. 3. That is not a crit, but it penetrates, and I do 48 damage. Alright, let's see. And that was a penetration, so I do 17. I take it out. Okay. And that was, yeah, so I'm out of
River's next or River?
River Reef. So I'm out of actions. I'm out of free amplify effects.
I've got 1 fast action left. Holding.
Okay, so River or Reese, who? Oh, hold
Oh.
on. It's River's turn because he's won, but Reese, yeah, because there's no hounds left.
I'm gonna sustain my one wildfire on the Houndmaster first.
Okay, roll
It's an 8.
damage.
That's an 8. Well, do you have to roll the hit or you just sustain it?
Does it auto pierce?
It
Yeah,
just
that is-
says
Hold on.
His piercing's 8 and so is his
No.
accurate.
No. Is wildfire auto pierce?
Oh,
sustain spell, range 5, 2d6 piercing damage, sustain effect, repeat effect.
There, it's piercing. So it's a
Oh,
piercing.
and I do adjacent damage. Okay,
Well, not an, oh,
on a sustain.
well. Oh, you could have told me. I would have left the hound for you.
I didn't notice that till just now.
So it says piercing, so that bypasses anyway. So you don't have to. So basically, you don't have to hit, and it pierces. So you do roll your damage.
Alright, so that's 2d6 for that one. It's 5 damage. And that's just a sustained. Did Corellius take damage earlier?
earlier, yes. Took 10.
Which one of y'all is
12
worse
damage.
off?
How much damage did
12
you
damage.
take? You took
I
12.
took 12 damage. That's what it was.
Okay, so
Well, don't worry about
I'm going.
here. If you can finish him off, finish him off. You don't have to worry about healing.
I won't be able to with one strike.
Remember, if you could damage him a little, Reese goes next, and we can finish him off.
Well, that's what I was asking. I can do a healing and one more strike as well. I have enough to do that, but I don't have enough to attack twice.
Yeah, I also.
Well, I'll do a healing and attack once.
Actually, I take that back. I can attack twice because that was just a sustain spell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you
Right.
can cast two more
Come on, dude.
So I'm gonna roll two more.
Yeah, two more wildfire.
There's one that's a 10.
Oh my gosh, he missed.
I did miss.
I mean, like, it was bad enough that you didn't crit first. How dare you?
All right. Roll the second one. Oh,
Damn it.
Oh my god.
Now I'm gonna start rolling, huh?
okay.
Alright,
Come
so
on.
nothing.
Now you're gonna wish you were playing Path.
Reese.
Alright, I will take both 2 basic attacks. So I'll use up all my actions with my bow.
So hang on. The piercing is that only for sustain? It only ignores
Nope.
it on sustain.
No, it pierces when you normally hit.
Okay, when you normally hit. All right, so that's good. I still missed.
Yeah,
First
you got to hit. It doesn't matter if it pierces. You didn't hit. So, 6 is good.
So first one hits but doesn't penetrate. Second one will penetrate.
Okay, so roll the first one. Roll minus
8.
8. Yes.
So roll 3 d8.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
so good.
Fuck, that's not bad.
All right. So don't roll minimum damage. Roll no more than 1/1.
So this is just a straight 3. The second one's a straight 3d8, right?
Yes.
Basically, I think he's got 5 hit.
Yeah. There you go.
That's not 1/1.
Boom. 8. Oh.
You almost would have taken him out with that hit. he had 18 hit points.
So I just kneel down, plant one in his gut, and as he bends over, clutching that, the second arrow goes right into his head.
Do we get to search the body?
One moment. Let's finish this off. Let me just close. Turn off the.
If anyone can heal me, would.
Have, don't worry. You're at full. Okay.
Oh, am I?
You'll be at full in a moment. Let me. Victory outcome.
Okay, no, that's okay. I'm not used to like automatically being full.
Well, there's
Yeah,
no
but
spell slot, so I cast heal until you're healed.
Yeah.
Victory outcome. The Houndmaster reaches for one of his dogs as you deliver the final blow, his body twitching for a moment before going still. Blood flows from the corner of his mouth, trickling across the white paint on his cheek. The woman pulls herself to her feet and spits on the body before turning to you. Thanks. First time anyone's ever helped me on Gelspar. I should leave before my bad luck catches up with me. She pops her arm back into its socket with an audible snap. Her ragged half cloak is covered in dust and filth. Dozens of cuts and bruises are visible beneath her tattered garb, but your attention is drawn to the shimmer of purple light radiating from the object she is concealing in her hand. Noticing the gaze, she tucks the source of the light into her shawl. I can find a way to repay you later, she says. For now, best not tell the Baron you saw me. With that, the woman limps off into the night. +3 campaign clock. And yeah.
Got like +6 on that now. Oof.
I told you guys we should not have helped her.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys know she is carrying a sliver of
Yeah.
the shard. So we were working with the chasers, and this was a chaser, which is what Nathan accidentally spilled out before the vote. So it's all Caleb's fault. Okay.
Yep.
Where is it?
Can we take the shard back?
And I thought I was being the jerk.
No, she left.
She limped away.
Here-
Bloody hell.
Yeah,
All
we have
right.
ranged weapons.
Okay, yeah, we made the choice. The Houndmaster whip lays broken by his side, but he may have other useful items on him. Do you search the body?
We searched the body.
Search it.
Yes, search.
plus-
Loot the body.
+5. You rifle through the Houndmaster's belongings and find a sharp blade and a bit of gold. You got +5 gold coins added to our hero tracker.
Yay.
And here's an item. It basically, someone can choose to equip it, but right now it's just going to be on the party thing. We'll discuss this later. It is a serrated dagger. It gives +1 critical threshold. So if someone chooses, they can remove one of their weapons and take the serrated dagger instead.
So it'll work as a dagger, but your critical goes up by 1.
I know.
Oh.
Let's give it to the guy whose critical is already 5.
Hold on. Oh,
I mean, I didn't use my.
Oh, no,
two-handed
no, no,
battle
no.
axe at all.
you know what it is? It's not a real. It is. Okay. Just put it in the party pool for now. But someone can take. Yeah, if you guys want, it's not an actual weapon. It's a special item. It does. It gives you +1 critical threshold.
Oh. Okay. So it doesn't matter what weapon. Yep.
Yeah. You're not equipping it. It's just something on you that'll give you the bonus.
Hey, if nobody else wants to use it, I'll use it. That'll be a 6 crit.
No, I've got a 2 crit right now.
So do I.
Okay, so.
But you
what
do a
does-
lot. You do a lot of damage.
What does Reese have?
I have a staff, which I have crit too, but I don't want to get rid of my staff.
You took the staff.
No, you
Oh,
don't need.
hold
you
on.
don't need.
Have you fought?
It's just an item.
Hold on.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, have you fought with that staff yet, or no? You've been ranged.
I've just been ranged, but the staff goes against resistance.
The staff it's a magical weapon, essentially. Okay, so we can discuss this later. We'll continue. There's not going to be another combat tonight. We're just going to finish off shortly. So is any?
Yeah, it's after midnight.
Yeah. Does anyone want it? I know.
Well,
Obviously, River wants it. Does Reese
I
would
think
like?
somebody with. I think somebody with the 2 crit. Because it would help. I'll just-
Yeah,
I would
correct.
concede to y'all. The only reason I said is because if I had, it's basically every time I hit, I would be almost a crit. So
Yeah, it's just like I'm trying to get my crit up to my penetration and my Like,
Okay, we'll discuss it later. Just put that whoever's just write that in the group inventory for now. Uh, page.
whoever's keeping track of. Up, yep. So, what else happened?
Okay. One moment. Let me. Yeah, okay.
You know, that guy did not even get a chance to attack with a weapon.
Well,
Oh,
he did. He was attacking the woman. Okay.
oh,
Let's just finish this off. This is
awesome.
a crossroad encounter. The hearth crystal is the only steady source of light in Gelspar. You follow its dim, flickering glow across the Hacksaw Bridge and through a twisting maze of empty streets and alleys. It is not long before the Starlight Commons comes into view. The Starlight Commons was once a resplendent courtyard with glittering fixtures arranged like the constellations in the evening sky. Today, it is a crumbling ruin. The jewels that earn the plaza its name are long gone, and the Gelspar crystal is the only remnant of that former glory. Tonight, there was an uneasy silence. Even the crystal's usual hum seems to have diminished to a barely audible frequency. Dozens of thugs, many with their faces painted to resemble skulls, lurk in the shadows of the dilapidated square. Kendrick Maddox, the aspiring baron himself, stands between a pair of damaged statues. He wears a black feathered mantle with an intimidating broadsword strapped across his back. The hilt is an intricately engraved pair of entwined serpents below the massive diamond pommel. It makes Kendrick imposing despite his modest stature. His features are sharp as if cut from stone. He is flanked by a small retinue of spearmen, their fine armor at odds with the scavenged garb of the men in the shadows. A woman has just taken another shard of the crystal, Kendrick says, his voice laced with aggravation and impatience. The chasers pursued her the way you came. Did you see her? I don't care if she lives or dies, but the shard must be returned. This is a standard vote. Basically, you can say nothing. Oh,
Is this a open vote or a secret?
hold on. Path A, the only option there is say nothing or tell them about the woman you helped. Path A, so say nothing. Who wants to say nothing?
I vote to shrug.
Yeah, say nothing.
I'm not saying anything.
Okay, so you're not going to tell them that we helped the woman out. Basically,
You've
okay.
got-
Sorry, say nothing. You only until you know more about the situation, best to keep your mouth shut. Or if she was the thief, Kendrick deserves to know what happened.
Nah, say nothing.
I still vote to shrug.
All right, I don't have to be a tiebreaker. No matter, he says. We cannot change what is done. We will simply have to accelerate our schedule. Time is growing short. There is much to discuss. Kendrick leads all of you to the base of the humming crystal. His personal guard follows at a distance, but the men with painted faces remain in the shadows. You know why you are here, he says in a low voice. All of Adriel knows the Gelspar crystal is dying. What they don't realize is that the slum's future is not measured in months or years. It is measured in days. When the light goes out inside this gem, Gelspar will fall and the miasma will claim it. He gazes up at the underside of the celestial plateau, determination hardening his features. Fortunately, the chasers have located a new hearth crystal about a day's flight north of Adriel. I expect you to retrieve it. Go to the Port of Dreams and wait outside a shop called the Peerless Pier. My contact, Hob, will meet you there. He is handling the arrangements for your airship. Kendrick gestures to the painted faces watching you from the edges of the square. The chasers will keep watch here. They should be able to keep the scavengers at bay. The merchant baron says with a hint of accusation. That will keep Gelspar afloat until you return. That is all you need to know for now, but if you have any questions, I will try to answer them. This is obviously standard vote. There are 6 options. One is ask about the crystal's location. Damn the secrecy. You can't bring back the hearth crystal if you don't know where it is. I will give... Laureate has advantage normally, one of the pre-gens, but I will give it to... it's a knowledge skill check for everyone who does it, but I'm going to give Caleb the bonus because he knows about hearth crystals. Path B...
Huh?
Sorry?
Looking to see what
I can't hear you.
just looking to see what I need to roll for.
Oh, so that's a knowledge skill check. Now, this is where my character comes. Well, you don't roll it now.
Okay.
This path A is ask about the location. It's a knowledge skill check. I'm good at that, but also Caleb's character has a bonus.
It's one of my anchors, yeah.
Yeah, that's why you have advantage. If is your knowledge good?
Nope, it's at 8.
I have a 12. So if we decide to go that route, we could both go and roll it. Path B is ask about Kendrick's motivations. This high-risk venture must be costing Kendrick dearly. There has to be more to the story. This is fast talk, skill check. Ben's character would have an advantage. Because Ben's character is Kendrick's adopted granddaughter.
What's C?
Ah, okay.
Delayed outcome. If the heroes tried and failed to conceal the shard... Okay, no. Ask about the airship. This mission is doomed if your ship isn't equipped for the dangers of sky travel. You could demand to know more about the vessel. It's an intimidate skill check, and someone has advantage because they know about airships. Same Reese as well.
I have good intimidate. Though.
Who does? Sorry.
River.
Yeah. Intimidate. I don't have good intimidate. So River or Reese would be good for that one. Path D, ask about provisions. Any good adventurer knows the importance of having the right gear. This is an insight skill check, and this is where I come into play. I have a 12 in it.
I've got a 14.
Okay, you're better at insight than me. Path E, ask about potential dangers. You need to know what kind of threats you might encounter. This is a leadership skill check, and this is... leadership is what I have a 14, and the thing just crashed. 1 second.
Option F.
Option F is ask about the chasers. I guess River and Reese both know about the chasers, so they would have advantage. According to rumor, the chasers have been doing... hold on. According to the rumor, the chasers have been doing the nobility's dirty work for years. Why would Kendrick trust them? You could quietly pull him aside and ask. Okay. People, you don't... Knowing the chasers probably wouldn't give advantage. It's a stealth check. Normally Rook would have advantage. And... Okay, hold on. I gotta close Acrobat for a second. My computer's starting to I'm gonna close that. Oh, can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's slowing down. Seriously. Great. My character sheet won't. Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna save my character sheet. I just made some minor changes. Nothing. Oh shoot! I gotta find the page again. Sorry, one more. As I said, my computer memory is.
How much RAM do you have on?
Sorry,
How much RAM do you have on?
not enough. 4. Yeah, I'm looking to get a new computer. We'll see. Okay, and then so Rook would have advantage. I don't know. I'm gonna say my character might have advantage in that, but it's a stealth check. I think I know why they're asking for it, so I'm guessing on that. It's set up for the pre-gen, so. Okay, and let me pull up my character sheet again because I need. Okay, so the first one. Ask. Do you guys want to ask about the crystal's location?
I think that'd be a good idea.
Sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Do you guys?
Crystal's location. Yeah.
Okay. Reese has advantage, but it's a knowledge skill check. So
Go, Reese, go.
so River and Reese both roll.
What does advantage do in this?
Roll
You
two.
roll 2d20 and take the best.
So it's the
Sure, you want me to roll too?
It gives us both. 8. Is 8 below your knowledge?
Yeah,
Yes.
that is my knowledge.
Oh, that's right. 8 is the minimum. Well, you don't have to roll any. No. So there. What is your knowledge?
8.
Yeah.
Oh, why were
It
you?
ain't
Why?
16.
Hold on. Sorry. Why were? Why? I thought you said you were good at knowledge.
No, intimidate.
Oh, I'm the one who's good at knowledge.
That's why I was like, are y'all sure you want me to roll too?
Oh, there we go. I got the crit. Okay, so
He knows all of the crystals.
path A succeeded. So just remember, path A succeeded. Path B, do we want to question his motives? It's a fast talk skill. No.
Nathan is good at beating up, stealing.
I'm not good at fast talk, so I'm not gonna. Reese is not gonna go for it.
I say no on that.
Okay. Keep on going. What's third one?
I did it. So I questioned about his motivations. Third one is ask about the airship.
I should probably do that.
Yeah, that one I'm doing.
Is that the intimidate?
No.
Yes, this is the intimidate.
Ask about the airship?
Yeah,
I got a
because
2.
and Reese had advantage if he wanted to, but we succeeded. Okay, path
Yeah, no,
D.
it's alright.
Path D is asking about provisions. That's an insight check,
That'd be me.
and I'll roll it as well. 1d12. Never mind.
5.
Plus 7,000 to the campaign clock.
Ask about potential dangers. That's a leadership. That would be me.
That would be you.
And
Okay, well,
no.
let me try. I got 8. Oh, I got it. Oh, man. Can't do that.
You know what? I think we're all only supposed to. Oh. We're only supposed to choose one each.
Okay.
Guess.
You know
guess
what?
We
Let's
can choose what we succeeded on.
let's restart. Okay, there's 6 path. Ask about the
We
crystal.
want-
Okay, since we didn't look
Yeah.
at the responses yet, I'm sorry. There's 6 choices. Ask about the crystal's location. That's the knowledge check. Who would like to do that?
I have advantage, so I'll go for that one.
Okay. Kendrick's motivations. Do anyone want to know about that? That's the fast talk.
I'm not. I mean, I think they're more important.
Okay. Ask him about the airship. That's the intimidate.
I'll do that one.
Yeah, I think
Okay. There's ask about the provisions. That's an insight.
I'll do that one.
The potential dangers is the leadership I could, and then ask about the chasers. That's a stealth check.
Let's skip that one. Let's do the potential.
Okay, so we're skipping motivations and chasers. Okay, crystal location. That is the knowledge check. You're rolling with advantage, Reese.
Yep.
You got it?
I got a
Wow.
10.
So that's
Yeah.
A is a success. Okay, intimidate, path C. Ask about the airship.
Right. 7
Yeah.
Success. Okay, ask about the provisions, insight check.
Fuck.
No.
I was like, I had a 5 the last time.
I know, I apologize. And I will ask about the potential dangers.
Yeah, I hope the people who
No.
are listening to this are like okay with like F.
So path
This
A,
is-
we succeeded, right?
Path A and C.
The question seems to this is about the crystal's location. The question seems to make Kendrick nervous. Our information is imprecise, he says. The chasers have found a shard from a new hearth crystal. Pieces of the same crystal are attracted to one another, so the shard will guide you to its parent. It's an old trick. Hob uses it to track down his airships when people don't return them. But truthfully, I do not know exactly where you'll find it. The chasers won't tell me where the shard comes from, and they've retrieved it. And they would have retrieved it themselves if it were easy to recover. Next was C. Ask about the airship. Oh, hold on. Path B. Did we roll path B?
No, we did not
No.
motivation.
I
Path
think
B.
the only other thing we succeeded on was C.
Yeah, A and C
A
were
and
the only
C.
successes.
No, but I need to know failures as well.
The failures were D and E.
Okay. Path B would have gotten us healing, a potion of heroism. Path C, about the airship. Kendrick tries to dismiss your question, but you press him until he yields. The ship is called the Gilded Drake. She's not much to look at, but she will take you where you need to go. Hob has been tracking port movements and has guaranteed a safe window for you to launch undetected. But I'll be wary if I were you. The Drake is a smuggling ship that has seen better days. There's no telling what he's stashed away on board, so you want to conduct a thorough search and maybe make a few repairs before you depart.
What I want to know is how long it took her to make Corellian.
Alright, Path D. We would have gotten 10 gold pieces, and if 2 people had done it and succeeded, 15 gold pieces. But instead,
Nobody did.
Kendrick seems to find the question amusing. Elise has already given you more than you should need. I need to see the results before increasing my payment. Until then, your gear is your responsibility. I don't know what would be useful to you on this expedition. And I did Path E, I did, and I failed. Kendra takes a moment to mull things over. You'll probably have to deal with a few slaughterfish, but you will be in the Azure, so wildlife should be sparse. Beyond that, I expect you to see whatever it is you normally find when you leave the city. I'm no adventurer. I don't know much about rough terrain. And we didn't ask about F, right?
We did not.
So there's nothing. Hold on. Basically, the potion of heroism will give you a +1 tide turner charge. But we didn't get it. Okay, and that's the end of Act 1. I'd like to thank everybody who may have been watching and as we muddle through the adventure. That's my second time playing through it, but as I said, I'm still new to this. Hopefully now Act 2 will make it a lot easier, and we'll move through it a lot faster now. Yeah, the combat took a bit of while, but I think we're good. we'll start off. Caleb, if you want to do an outro.
Okay, this is Caleb. I played Reese. This was Emberwind, and we survived and kind of saved the day.
Okay, thank you. And Stephen.
This is I played Corellius at me. I stuck people and dogs with the end.
Nathan, give an outro.
Nathan, I played River the Druid. It's a pretty interesting game. It's a different take on it. It feels like a choose your own adventure book. Like it feels like we're playing it as if someone was reading it, which is pretty cool. The combat, I feel like now that we know kind of for the most part what we're doing and we've actually done the combat, I feel like it'll go much more smooth now. I feel like it's not. I mean, it's not that difficult. It's relatively easy once you get the nuance of it. It's just remembering all of your abilities and all that. Because, like I said, I didn't realize that my attack hit adjacent enemies as well.
Yeah, that's good for getting enemies that are near each other and getting it off. But yeah, you didn't get it off. I should have left the last hound and attacked the houndmaster. But it didn't matter. So, thank you, everyone. I'm Paul. I was playing Saverin Poe, the Atlanta. And yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.